Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is almost 3 weeks overdue. I'm finally sitting down to film my top 2020 beauty picks. I don't have as many picks probably because a global pandemic broke out. I was pregnant and then gave birth, so I know beauty probably wasn't my #1 concern, but I do have some things here that I continuously used, I saw results from, and that I just really loved and thought I would share with you. So if you guys want to see my top beauty picks for 2020, then just keep on watching. Okay, let's just start off with the first one that I think I've talked about so many times on my YouTube, but especially over on Instagram. It is the YSL The Shock mascara. I live for this mascara. Previously to that, which was also in 2020, I was using Lashtopia from Bare Minerals religiously. I think I went through 3 different bottles of that and I loved it, especially because I judge mascaras if they transfer. I find that anything that goes up here within like an hour, I just can't use because I'm not always looking in the mirror to see if I have to fix up my makeup. So I just need something I can rely on, that my lashes look full and long and luscious. And so Bare Minerals Lashtopia, I thought I would give it an honorable mention because I used it for probably the first half of 2020 and I love it. But once I started using YSL The Shock, it's incredible. Now it's going to be one that's obviously personal preference. It might smudge on you and it might not work for you because I've been influenced by other beauty influencers or just even friends that recommended a mascara that was amazing and incredible for them, but on me it transferred or it just did not work. So it comes down to a personal preference, but YSL The Shock, I'm obsessed. I've already repurchased my 3rd tube just because I don't want to run out, and I do notice on Look Fantastic especially it does sell out because I'm guessing other people love it as well. It does go hand in hand with my next product, which is UKLASH. Again, I've raved about it so many different times. It is a lash growth serum. I first started off buying the Revitalash serum and I can definitely put my stamp of approval on that one as well. It was the first lash serum I ever used. It took 8 to 10 weeks before I even saw results, but when I saw the results, there were results. My lashes were so long, but I just couldn't justify 89 pounds every 3 months. So I read some reviews and the #1 lash serum that had the best reviews all around was UKLASH. So I bought it. I think I got it on sale for like under 30 pounds and I was using it after I used Revitalash. So obviously my lashes were already long, but they were kept long with the UKLASH, and then they've still kept long. By now the Revitalash would probably have worn off because you do have to use it religiously. Like every single night I put this lash serum on and my lashes are still very long and strong and healthy. I love it. It works for me. Again, it's another personal preference product, but I feel like anything in beauty is, it's gonna have to be something that you have to try out for yourself, but I know I have my stamp of approval on it, and same with Revitalash. If you do want to try either of those, I can say very confidently that they did work and my lashes have stayed long. My favorite base without a doubt has been Note Cosmetics BB cream. This, it's not necessarily a BB cream because when I hear BB cream, especially being an oily skin girl, I just think, no, that's just going to be a slip and slide situation on my face. It's going to give me literally no coverage. I might as well just use a moisturizer I like with a little bit of foundation rather than getting a BB cream because I've never really had one that worked for me. But this is like not the consistency of moisturizer. It'd be more the consistency of a foundation, but it's not a thick, overwhelming foundation. It's one that you can put on really lightly and it will give you evenness without full coverage. But if you want that full coverage, you can go in and apply a little bit more in areas that you need it and it will not cake up. Well, I'm wearing it today. I wear 01 and I have 02 if I have a little bit of a tan. I'll probably wear that one in the summer a little bit more. I've already repurchased it a couple of times. I love it so much. I rave about it so much. And so many of you guys have messaged me after purchasing it saying that it's incredible and they had never even heard about it. It is an Irish brand, so hopefully it's a worldwide product. I don't know if it's worldwide shipping on their site, but if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. For concealer, I feel like I'm a little impartial when it comes to concealer. Like if it does its job and I'm not creasing majorly under my eyes, great, it works. I'm happy. I feel like it's inevitable to crease under your eyes. Like as you grow older, it's just going to happen. I know for me specifically, it's just a part of life, which I'm totally fine with. So I've reduced the amount of concealer I put under my eyes to hopefully minimize that creasing effect. But one that I have found, and I don't know if it's necessarily the technique I'm using or the concealer, but the concealer is great nonetheless, is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I wear the shade Cotton. As you know, I don't love putting loads of concealer on. That's just not my vibe. Some people do, and those people normally have no pores or literally not one wrinkle on their face, and they're 13. But I find less is more when it comes to concealer. Literally putting it like the inner corner of my eye, like the smallest amount, and then just a little bit at the outer corner of my eye, and then letting it set. Like blending it out, letting it sit a little bit. So I'll put my like foundation on, then I'll put those 2 lines of concealer on, step away from the sponge, and then continue with the rest of my face, and then go back to my concealer and buff it in. And I've seen it before on a couple other girls' channels, and it just, I don't know what it is. It's like you don't necessarily need a lot of powder to set, which I found the more powder I was using to set under my eyes was actually creating a lot more creasing. So doing it this way minimizes creasing, minimizes product with both concealer and powder, and it lasts super long. So that's what I've been doing. That's concealer I've been loving, and I've been doing it all of 2020 and also into 2021. Now, when it comes to powder, this one unfortunately is not readily available for anyone. It is the DMK Actrol Powder, and my goodness, it is literally, if you're an oily skin girl, like I mean oily as in you're touching up after an hour, even if you're wearing all matte products or if you set it all, this powder is incredible. You do have to buy it from a skin clinic that does sell DMK. So I know it's quite popular in Canada, Australia, obviously the UK sells it as well. So do your research if you can get your hands on it. Highly recommend it. First of all, you will never run out of it. Like, there is so much powder and you need the smallest amount. Please do not get this if you're dry, because it's gonna do its work. It's gonna like stop the oil from like over producing on your face. I know that sounds kind of scary because then you're like, oh, my pores are gonna clog, but it does not. Like, you're supposed to even put it on before you go to the gym or run or whatever that makes, or whatever it is that makes you sweat, and it just stops the sweat from going into your pores that creates clogged pores or blackheads. So I have been using it just a little bit on top of my makeup, just a little reassurance powder, a little reassurance veil on my face, and it has been amazing. I know oily skin has its benefits in the future, but I have had my struggles with it ever since I was younger, and this powder just makes all those feelings go away, and I feel really confident not having to touch up my makeup throughout the day or putting on so much makeup to reduce my oil production. This powder does a lot of that for me. Now, when I was looking through my tanning products, I still get asked on the daily, what's my favorite facial tanning product? I don't like to use whatever I use on my body. For my body, I kind of go through different vibes. Like, sometimes I want a really deep dark tan, sometimes I want a natural one, sometimes I want an everyday like gradual tanning moisturizer. So it kind of varies based off how I'm feeling. But when it comes to my face, I am very picky and very specific what tan I put on it so that I can have a little bit of a glow the next day. I will never use what I use on my body on my face because it just never works and it always breaks me out. 3 that I love that I know for sure will not break me out. One being my absolute favorite, it's the SoSu Dripping Gold. I literally just finished it, so it took me 10 months to finish that bottle, so I have to repurchase another one, but it is incredible. That one's gonna give you the most bronzed skin, like it looks like you've been on holiday. My second favorite is the HeShi Overnight Hyaluronic Tanning Balm. Now, this one's a little bit more of a skincare infused tanning product, so it's gonna plump out your skin. I think this one's really great for mature skin as well. I actually gave the remaining amount I had left in my bottle to my mom because she loved it whenever she stayed over, so I need to repurchase another bottle. But this one gives you more of a glow, like it's gonna give you a healthy looking glow on your skin. Also, you wear it overnight, so it's a little bit more of a skincare bronzing treatment in one. And then the one that I've used probably the longest is the Garnier Ombre Ombre Solaire tan. They have a new vegan formula, which is great, but my little hack is they have two sizes. They have one for your body and then they have a small one for your face. They are exactly the same formula. There is nothing different. So I always get the body one, which is so much bigger, and you actually get a lot more for your money, and then it will last longer. This one again is going to be really gentle on your skin. It's more of a mist rather than a spray. It's definitely not a cream, but it's very user-friendly. Like, you can't overdo it. So it's again one that I will always repurchase. I kind of rotated between the three, but you guys are always asking, so I thought I would just share again. Okay, I have two hair products to talk to you guys about. Number one being Olaplex products. I was introduced to them this time last year, so at the beginning of 2020, and I religiously use them. I've repurchased twice now. The shampoo, conditioner, the other products you can get a little bit longer out of because you use such a small amount and you don't use them as much. And those are I think the smoothing one, the one you put in before you go in the shower. There's an oil. I have actually used two of the oils, to be fair, but I have used Olaplex literally for a year straight, and the change it has made in my hair is insane. I really wanted to like take the time to really take care of my hair this year. I use a mask every single week. I use hair products in the shower, and then obviously I'm using more creams and serums and drops all in my hair just to keep it healthy and thick, because I wanted to reduce that postpartum fallout and brittleness as much as possible, and I feel like I have done that, especially with keeping up with getting my hair done throughout the year. I feel like I still have really soft, you know, shiny for the most part looking hair. You need the smallest amount possible and it will last a really long time. Now, the last beauty pick for 2020 was definitely later in the year, but I cannot get enough. It is the Dyson Airwrap. I still have no idea who sent it to me, but I'm assuming it was Dyson. I just never got an email or a little letter in the package, but genuinely I was very close to tears because it was on my wish list for Christmas anyway, so Patty was probably happy with whoever sent it, but I have non-stop used it. You guys have seen the tutorial of me using it already. Every single time I do my hair, I am using that at the moment, just because every time I'm doing my hair after the shower, I'm using one of those attachments for the Airwrap. I think there's 8 different ones. I can't get enough. If you have longer hair than me though, you're gonna have to get the long attachment, which I need to actually buy because I feel like my hair is just at that, like the verge of it being a bit too long for the attachments it comes with. I love it. If you want to see me using it in action and raving about it more, then I'll just link my tutorial down below, but it's been so good for my hair, and again, it's just aiding in that hair journey of keeping it healthy, reducing heat, and overall just giving me a style that I enjoy. That is it for my beauty picks for 2020. Of course, it was a year that maybe beauty wasn't our #1 priority, but I still just love escaping into the beauty world, the hair world. It just gives me a little bit of joy, it sparks joy. Let me know what your favorite beauty picks were in the comments down below. I feel like I need some inspiration for new beauty products. I feel like sometimes you get in a slump or you're just attracted to the things that you already have, but maybe from a different brand. So let me know some of your favorite beauty picks and why you love them, and I'll make sure to read those. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.